And we are finally live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And of course, I have some new news to you. I thank everybody for coming on the chat. Please hit the like button. We have a lot of speculation. We have a lot of accusation. We have a lot. Okay. Had to get a workout in. You know, just wanted to load everybody up. Welcome to the chat again. Hey, all eyes are on Tyson Fury. What do you guys think? Hit me in the inbox. You know, I want your feedback before I give my counterpunch. You know, we have Tyson Fury, the newly crowned WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Harrison Spice, yeah, counterpunch to you too, buddy. Nikki Blue Eyes. Hey, Austin, counterpunch to you. Yo, mister, how are you? Get money. I'm good. Standard, Illist, British media, they are absolute disgrace. Hearsay, bullshit, nobody cares about. All right, Malachis Gray. Kwame Buadu, hi. Back to yourself. Yes, Dillian McCollin, counterpunch to you, Double Jeopardy. I agree with that. I think that a part of this is double jeopardy. Like, this shit happened 5 years ago, half a decade. You know? Anthony Chimin, hey, what up? Had my second son, future champs over here. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Anthony Chimin. Yeah, he's going to be the next GOAT, probably. Don't want him to sabotage Fury. Fury's destroyed Wilder. Yeah, he destroyed Wilder. And and I think it's a plan. I think it's an assignment. You know, if you've done something you don't supposed to do, I think Tyson Fury has crossed the lines. He's crossed barriers that he doesn't supposed to cross. Therefore, people got it out for him, right? John Jameson, I heard, is bad. What they're doing to Fury. Hey, all eyes are on him. See, this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? Let's look at Tyson Fury. What has happened to Tyson Fury since he's been crowned an actual champion? Yeah, the Ring Magazine, the lineal champion, whatever. You can say all that. But what happened when he actually got a tangible belt in his hands? What happened? People start looking. People start searching. People start reaching. People started this crusade of, okay, this can't be right. This shit ain't really happening. Deontay Wilder lost. And it's strange because I thought Deontay Wilder would lose to somebody that we never heard of. But I honestly thought that. I didn't think it would be Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury was good enough to outbox him, but I didn't know what he would do what he did. Now that alone is a problem, and I'm going to explain why. If you're a fan of Deontay Wilder, you roll or you agree with everything he said. You believe what he says, that speak it, believe it, receive it. That might as well be doctrine. You know what I mean? That might as well be, hey, if you believe that Jesus died on the cross, right, you will have everlasting life. John 3:16, right? So if you roll with Wilder to that effect and you believe that, and you're not really a boxing fan, you're just somebody that really follows Wilder because he happens to be a boxer, but you're really a pro-black person that follows him, and therefore you watch boxing. Because a lot of casuals that's a lot of casuals. They're on that shelf. Okay, if you believe that, you believe there's no way that this guy can hurt Wilder the way he hurt Wilder. Even Wilder said he didn't hurt him, but Wilder showed otherwise. So what did the excuses, the reaching, the searching, what did it give you? What did it deliver us as people? It delivered us PEDs, right? It delivered us tampering with the gloves, loaded gloves. What else? What else was it? You had the costume, but that came from Deontay Wilder. So you got to set that aside because the fans are not really rocking with that. They're looking for other things because even I feel they think that's stupid. That's not really a reasonable reason. Okay? A logical one, like Spock. That's not logical, right? They don't even think that's that. But I think if all else fails, let's come with something out of the woodwork. And sometimes things like Mr. Carefoot, things like that are welcomed. It's almost like a blessing to someone that's looking for excuses. Because if you notice now, a lot of these channels now, Dante's Boxing Nation, Boxing Ego, Blue Blood Sports TV, Young Pharaoh, which isn't even a fucking boxing fan. He doesn't even know shit about boxing. He might be a casual, to say the least. I don't even think he's that. You know, I just think he's looking for reasons. Like I said, a guy like that looks for reasons to get into boxing because he's actually a politician. You know what I mean? He's like a David Duke in reverse, some shit like that. A lot of people don't look at it like that, but I do. Because you're basing solely things on race and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, you don't even, if you're doing that, you're automatically biased and you're automatically blindfolded because you don't really see the potential that a person possesses. You only see what they look like. You don't see what they can do, what their gifts are. You know, you don't see any of that. That's why Caleb Plant is not really talked about a lot, if you notice. You know what I mean? Let's look at that. Let's be real about it. He's a PBC fighter. You know what I mean? He's like the John B of boxing. I wouldn't call him the Eminem, but I definitely call him like a John B, right? But these guys were looking. These guys were reaching, you know, and what they're doing is all the other shit that they piled on top or they created. Now it may be something that is actually legitimate. So what happens if you mix something in that's actually true or could be true based on something you made up, it all fits into a nice little puzzle piece. It's a puzzle piece of defamation and slander, you know, with a little taste of truth. Let's say Tyson Fury did, you know, because this, again, was back in 2015. Look, people, let's be real. Let's be real. Tyson Fury is no angel. Why do we say that? Because Tyson Fury already broke the rules. How did he break the rules? He was doing cocaine. You don't supposed to be a professional boxer and you will not be approved by any sanctioning body once you do illegal recreational drugs. We know that. And that may or may not have been the reason he just said, fuck it, because I can't stop doing cocaine. Let's look at another Tyson. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, like I told you guys, give you a little history lesson. Mike Tyson said in several fights that he fought, he was high on coke. So this isn't like one of those things where, oh, this boxer is so dirty, where's his integrity? Well, the question you ask yourself, where the fuck is the farmer's integrity for lying? Because most farmers are, you know, they want an honest job. It was a hand-down trade type of job. They were, you know, they were handed down from their family before them. And normally a farmer is like a family style is a family oriented type job. Well, his father taught him how to grow crops, cattle, livestock, whatever, right? And that's how he did. Mostly they're people that, they grew up on a farm. They're secluded. They were taught in a community-based church not too far from them or whatever. And they were taught different values. They were taught different things that called integrity, that they shouldn't take money from outsiders. They know a lot of people in the country that live countryside, that raises crops, they have a different mentality. So let's examine this crop guy for a minute. Okay, I don't want to get off the LDBC guys, but just a little side story. You have a guy that's a farmer that was taught to farm by the generation before him, probably church oriented, more than likely. It's kind of weird to see a farmer that's an atheist. You know what I mean? You don't really hear about that much. But then he gets approached. Well, first of all, he is taught to, the people around him are his warm market or his people that he's safe with. So outside people that comes to him, it's hard for me to believe that a person that had this type of background, this type of upbringing, can even agree to, first of all, lie. First on his profession. Why would you want to lie on your profession and you're a farmer? And then later on say, no, that's not even true. I don't even raise pigs. Well, if you didn't raise pigs, that's the first thing that should have popped in your mind, that, hey, no, I don't even raise pigs, man. I don't know anything about pigs. So somebody that knows about pigs can tell that I'm telling a lie. They can prove me wrong. So I'm not doing it. This didn't happen with this guy. He was tempted by the idea of getting paid or paid off, should I say, to others. Okay, so this is what we have with this guy. So this particular guy is a farmer that all of a sudden feels bad about cheating. So we have that. Now back to the Fury doubters. A lot of those Fury doubters tend to be Wilder fans. You have channels. You have people that support these channels. And they are trying everything in their will to add a little truth in with the things that are the reality or the universe that they've already made up. Okay. And it's bad, when you don't like a guy, then you don't like a person, or you don't like what a person done or what a person stands for because of what that person looks like, or you feel that, oh, something ain't right. You're going to look and you're going to reach and you're going to search for anything that fits the narrative that satisfies your mind. And that's what happened in this situation. Maybe this farmer maybe he was promised or something. Maybe someone said that they would give him a certain amount of money to testify, maybe on his expertise as a farmer. Like, hey, this possibly could happen. And I don't know that. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what he's saying. All I know is what's going on. But I also know what else is going on. Now, with the LDBC, what they're doing is they're adding this story to fit the narrative to the rest of the shit they've already made up because they didn't like the outcome of some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, which is bad because now we have the WBC heavyweight champion. Now all the eyes are on Fury. All this shit is taking place now. Think about what's going on with Fury. Let's look at Fury for a minute. Fury has had every belt in the heavyweight division, every one of them, including the Ring magazine, along with the lineal championship, right? So he has the lineal championship. He has this. He has that. He has everything that he needs, and he's accomplished everything. Now, the person that they were building up, which was Deontay Wilder, he's been defeated, and they don't know really what to do. I think this is a state of panic. I think this is a tactic for certain people that believed and invested in Wilder. You think all these channels, you think they're doing this? Sure, it gets them views. But you think they're doing this for other reasons as well? Think about this. You know, these guys are creating content that gets and shapes the minds of casuals, of people that, hey, I watch Dante's Boxing Nation. He's a pretty cool channel, for example. He's talking about Tyson Fury and he believes Tyson Fury's cheating. So therefore, I like his channel. So maybe he is cheating based on what Dante believes. You know what I mean? But you have to ask yourself, why is Dante saying it? Was Dante an actual pro-Fury guy, a pro-Fury guy at all? No, he was not. And the problem is, these guys are creating certain things, the gloves. They're running with the gloves. And what else did they have? The PEDs. And what's happening, all this shit, all of it, it's breaking through. None of these guys all these accusations are coming to an end by true hard evidence, facts, okay, that are showing that Tyson Fury just beat Wilder. So the more you paint a picture of the truth, they're trying to draw over what the truth or what that picture is supposed to represent by these things. That's why they're making that. They're in desperation, people. Don't worry. They're doing that. They're doing that to a point where they're like, oh, Glovegate, Watergate, that type of shit's crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, these guys won't leave it alone because they don't know what else to talk about, you know? And it just shows me that instead of you praising a guy that doesn't look like you, you would rather make up lies about the guy's victory, about the guy beating the guy that you were rooting for because the guy that you was rooting for looked like you. The guy looks like you that was showing favoritism. Why were you showing favoritism? Because of what the dude looked like. What did he look like? Oh, he's black. Okay, he's black. That's the only reason you're going for him? This motherfucker can't even fight. He can't even fight. Wilder was throwing one punch at a time compared to Tyson Fury's 11 to 12 punch, right? So what are we really talking about? We're talking about a bunch of guys that are creating shit. Now, what happens? Something actually drops from someone that maybe truthful. There might be some truth to it, maybe 10% of it, right? But let me break it down to you guys. It's not the fact that Tyson Fury tested positive or he bribed some farmer. That has nothing to do with none of this shit. Tyson Fury made the grave mistake of beating Deontay Wilder's ass. And I did not know. I knew that Deontay had some protection from guys up on high because Wilder is not up on high. Okay, Wilder's the front man. Wilder is like the president compared to the people that run the president, the presidency. Okay? So Wilder's a guy, he is a tool. So he's that ambassador. He's that guy that, hey, yeah, we're pushing this guy up front. We're supporting this particular guy. You support this guy. This guy fits a certain demographic. Therefore, you support this guy, right? If you support this guy, you are in this category. If you support anything else other than that, you're a coon, a Uncle Tom. You're not a team player because they'll try to what people try to do is, man, support your countrymen. Do you really think this is about country? Our nation. This is not about nation whatsoever. Larry Merchant proved that. This shit's ain't that. It's not about nationality. If it was about nationality, Larry Merchant should be pissed off. Well, the UK has it again. I hated it because Lennox Lewis beat Mike Tyson. He didn't give a fuck because Lennox Lewis beat Mike Tyson. Why? Because they're both black. But then why is Sutton, like I said in my last live stream, why Sutton is he so keen on that? So it's not about nationality at all, like certain people, congratulate, and applaud. But you have these guys, they look, he has to be cheating. So it was first PEDs, both guys were cleared. Then it was the gloves. The gloves been counterpunched, debunked. That theory was debunked because you can't even generate power from punching if you had your fist in your wrist area of the glove, because that was the thing. Then it was, he tampered with the glove or whatnot. Now he's tampered with the evidence. So don't you think it's rather desperate that a group of people have to parade and celebrate, high five and chest bump that Tyson Fury got caught up in some shit that maybe or maybe not he done with a farmer? They're jumping on this shit as though that was an additive to what they were accusing him of. You see what I mean? And it's bad, and it looks bad because they know it looks bad because they're constantly trying to paint the picture anyway. They're trying to paint the picture. They're trying to say that Tyson Fury is not a clean fighter. He could not beat Deontay Wilder the way he beat Deontay Wilder fair and square. And on top of that, oh shit, look guys, he tested dirty, or he lied to a dude that a dude helped him 5 years ago. What the fuck does that have to do with now? It makes no difference. So you guys, you LDBC guys, you pro Wilder guys, you guys are sitting here parading over some evidence that happened 5 years ago. Not only did it have nothing to do with with Frank Warren, WBC, VADA, or any of that shit. It had nothing to do with Deontay Wilder whatsoever. Why are we talking about that? And why are these channels adding this information as an additive to what they're creating? Their make-believe bullshit, this bullshit story is made up of some truth, maybe some truth, because we don't know. We don't know anything about this farmer. We know he's 70 years old. We know all of a sudden he can't live with himself. And it took him 5 years. Honestly, I could care less, because you guys would rather dig back into yesteryear to pull up some dirt on Tyson Fury because you're that fucking bitter that Fury beat your boy, your fighter, your champion, your king. You guys are mad over that shit. You are that bitter that you make that top of the line. Oh, bad news for Fury. Fury, oh man, Fury is in trouble now. Oh man, he tampered with evidence, man. What the fuck does that have to do with the WBC and VADA? And then speaking of VADA, what did VADA have to do with Dillian White? We already know it had nothing to do. UCAD had nothing to do with VADA. Right? VADA's on Tyson Fury's side. They're mad over that. They're pissed off about this situation because this is what they wanted. I'm going to tell you what they wanted. The LDBC, these channels, they wanted the WBC, because of what happened 5 fucking years ago, they wanted them to intervene like they did with Dillian White. That's what they wanted. They expected Mauricio Suleiman to come in and like, hey, well, I don't want to be attached to any champion that tampered with evidence. I don't care what sanctioning body that was in. Think about what I'm saying. They expected Mauricio Suleiman to do that, but he didn't do it. So what they do is they say, you know what? Mauricio Suleiman is a snake. He's a dirty bastard. He has their support. They're protecting Fury. Right? Fuck, they might be, because they sure the hell didn't protect Dillian White, did they? But the problem is, here's the problem, is ain't Dillian White last I heard was a black guy? See, my problem with these guys are they're not consistent. They're not consistent on anything. If they were smart, if they were consistent and they knew, okay, well, Dillian White's a black guy. They don't look at Dillian White a black guy. They look at him a British UK fighter. Anthony Joshua the same way, right? They're not black Americans. They're not African Americans. They come from African descent from some other place, sure, but they're not African Americans. And I see what's going on with this, right? They're not looking at it as a unified strategy. They're looking at it as Deontay Wilder was cheated because he was beat. No, he was just beat. He wasn't cheated. Oh, Deontay Wilder was hit with illegal punches. Deontay Wilder threw illegal punches. What's your point? Is there any point to this stupid story or what? It's crazy. Okay, Patricia Hines, you see only what you want to see. The proof don't lie, counterpunch. What proof is that? Patricia Hines, you just posted this at 2:06. Talk to me. What proof do we have? You know something I don't? Please share it with everyone else that's on the chat. With 211 people. What we got? Yo, Jack Shadow. Wilder got beat because he can't box. I would go with that. Not only can he box, he can't fight. So you can be a fighter. I think Roberto Duran was a better fighter than he was a boxer. He could box too, but he could also fight. Okay? You know, let me tell you something about fighters. If you're a good fighter, you would never want to back a fighter into a corner like Fury backed Deontay Wilder. No way. Because at that point, you're backing a person into a place that he can't elude from. He can't stage exit left. He can't stage exit right. Deontay Wilder decided to do this because he had no offense. Okay? That's it. And Fury feinted, left hook, right hand, right? Left hook, right hand, left hook, tile get thrown in. Wilder threw one punch and it was a left hook. I don't even know if it landed, but it don't matter anyway because that's not his bread and butter punch. These ain't boxing fans, they're terrorists. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying terrorists, but, you know, definitely something like hate groups. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, like, people are talking about certain shit where you would rather go with something that you don't even know because it's easier to believe because you're that much into denial. You want to believe something. You want to believe Fury cheated Wilder. That would make you feel better. That would make you sleep better at night because you have a problem with other people's existence. Do you understand that other people can fight just like you can that don't look like you? I mean, people need to wake the fuck up. It doesn't matter. Do you think all the motherfuckers over in Eastern Europe can't fight for no reason? You think they didn't grow up bad? You think they didn't grow up in a harsh neighborhood and eating fucking seal sandwiches and shit like that? Like, people need to wake the fuck up. It's not all about, oh, where I grew up and I was persecuted. Okay, or if you were persecuted as a child, as an adult, and you know what's going on surround you and it's fucked up, it doesn't really matter that, in your eyes, it doesn't really matter about other people. You need to figure out and get together and say, hey, are there other people that have my same experience? And that'll open your eyes. Like, I'm not the only fucking one that's going through these similar things. I'm not the only one that's going through this. You know what I mean? Pick up a book. Look at the world news. Fuck the local news. That'll only make you mad sometimes. You know what I mean? You know, so it's one of those situations where these guys, in a lot of casuals, And I've been allowed, the casuals make me sick, honestly. I try to educate casuals because maybe if you got a guy that's a casual boxer, he might not have a casual mind. He just might not know shit about boxing. That's two different things. Some people are closed-minded because they only want to believe, oh, well, that black fighter going to win because he's a black fighter. That doesn't mean that he's going to win. That has nothing to do with his boxing ability. As a matter of fact, have you ever seen that motherfucker fight? You know what I mean? And you surely haven't seen the other guy fight because you don't support fighters that don't look like you. I get it. But I've been in places, I've been invited to boxing parties where I've actually heard, I remember Pacquiao Mayweather, right? I remember this clear as day. We came there and I ordered 2 big, huge posters, which I got downstairs, of Pacquiao Mayweather, the biggest fight that you could possibly make or whatnot. And this was, this was my mom's, this was my cousin, right? My cousin, and they were having, and her husband, he's a casual. He's a fight fan, but he orders the fights. So I was like, hey man, let's get the fight over there. I'll watch it with you. So we watched the fight. And the beginning of that fight, one of the guys, the friends of my cousin, he was like, oh man, there ain't nothing over there in the Philippines but a bunch of shacks and shit. They ain't nobody. Them people some sorry ass folks. I'm thinking like, what the fuck does that got to do with Manny Pacquiao fighting? You know what I mean? And I knew right then, okay, that's some racist shit because this guy knew nothing of boxing. He probably said, and he was an older guy, mind you. I mean, this was what, 15? So, well, he might have been in his mid 60s, late 60s, but like the mentality of people, you're that age, a lot of people have this mentality. But the sad part about it is they have this mentality at a very young age. There's people half their age that have developed this mentality or listen to the wrong person or believe the wrong things. The problem of the matter is Deontay Wilder, even if he was like a good fighter or whatever, which he's not, Wilder can't fight. Wilder can punch. If he learned how to put his boxing skills together, if he learned anything about boxing, that would have suited him better than what we saw. So people are not ready for the reality of him getting beat. They don't want to admit my fighter, my black fighter, my black champion. Because a lot of people own ownership over shit, right? Just like a lot of Mexicans, oh, that's our champion. That's it. That's our champion. Andy Ruiz, Holmes. Right? They can claim it, cool. But at the end of the day, you're making excuses for something because you can't face the music. You can't face the reality of what really truly happened. And what truly happened was Deontay Wilder got exposed. But he got exposed in a different way. He was exposed many times. He was exposed in the second Ortiz fight. He was exposed in the first Fury fight. He was exposed in the Jarrell Washington fight, people. The only difference was those guys boxed to stay outside to survive. Okay, and they found it easy until Deontay Wilder does have aggression because he's emotional. The aggression comes from emotion. Everybody knows Wilder's emotional. I'm so frustrated to this day, right? That's emotion, people. That's not skill, right? That's more of wrath. And if you don't know how to generate your wrath and funnel it, that's what we're going to have. The shit that happened February 22nd. He probably had a lot of fire, but he started getting his ass whooped. What are you going to do? So when he did that, that created people to go in motion that could not believe it, could not take it. So we have to find, or should I say they have to find, because I ain't finding shit, because I saw with my own eyes that what happened. Fury turned the tide. He turned the way he fought. He changed his strategy. And he said, you know what, I'm going to take it to Wilder. And Frank Warren said something that made a lot of sense. Okay. He said that fight started at round 13. Okay? That's how it started. So the first round of the second fight was actually round 13. Because Tyson Fury knew, I can knock this Dosa out. And he knew that from the 12th round. He said it was the 9th. But I saw it in the 12th. Because he hurt Wilder. After Wilder dropped him like he did and thought that shit was over, he was like, all right, enough of this cherry pick. Shit, cherry pick went wrong almost. But I got his ass out of here. He's blowing, right? Doing a little shaking and shit. Kissing at his girl, right? His fine ass fiance, kissing at her ass. And then when he got up, he's like, oh, fuck, right? But he got hurt. Tyson Fury got up and hurt him, buckled him. And I'm like, well, damn, if he gets caught with a left hook like that, imagine if Tyson Fury put some stank on that punch. And that's what he did. He didn't have to be cheating for him to hurt Wilder, okay? Because again, when the first fight happened, nobody attacked the gloves. Nobody mentioned the gloves. See, here's the thing. If you're a true analyst or a true journalist, you're going to pick up on certain things, especially a boxing analyst. Why didn't anybody that saw that? I mean, Andre Ward, Joe Goosen, Teddy Atlas. Think about these people that saw this, right? All these people that saw this were like, hey, this is what it is. You know, why is he throwing his glove open? Nobody said anything about that whatsoever. Nobody mentioned this. So why is now this is such an uproar and so new information from new media that, oh, he hit him with his glove open? Easy. Because he got the wrong decision. Tyson Fury supposed to have lost. That's why all the eyes are on Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury did something that he didn't supposed to do, and he pissed off a lot of people. You know what I mean? So for all we know, the farmer could have been bribed to say that I got bribed and I lied to get bribed. How do we know that? Because if we're going to get controversial, and if you got a group of people that's reaching, oh, wait, yeah. That's happened. That happened. This happened. That could have happened right there. Yeah. Okay. Let's reach too. How do we know this farmer of 70 years of age waits 5 years, mind you, and then wants to get all, he wants to get all, I have integrity. I'm remorseful at this point. So now you're showing remorse after Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, after Tyson Fury is promised or offered 400 million pounds to fight in Saudi Arabia. All of a sudden, you're bitching about 25,000. You know what I think? I think this guy is looking for money. And I don't think he's looking for 25,000, because if the old fart was smart, he would be looking for much more than 25,000 pounds. Think about it. This is Tyson Fury. If this legitimately happened, people, if this happened, if he was meant and he covered up some shit for him and his cousin, Tyson and Huey, right? If he did that, think about it. He goes to the public and says, hey, this is what I know, right? This is what I know, and this is what happened, and I'm whistleblowing. Based on Tyson Fury being the new crown WBC champion, heavyweight champion of the world, I think this guy is, I think he's at a point, either he's wanting more money or he expects Team Fury to pay him off or settle out of court or settle away from these sanctioning bodies like crooked ass UCAD. Because UCAD is crooked. They'll accuse you of something and wait a year and a half before even, before even doing anything about it. L. Kurt, do you think Fury is a clean fighter? Alleged glove tampering in training. You know what? This is what I think. I think Tyson Fury is a good fighter. I think Tyson Fury is very experienced. I see Tyson Fury no different than I see Bernard Executioner Hopkins. My father used to call Bernard Hopkins, hardcore. That was his word, hardcore. But one thing you notice about Bernard Hopkins, he was very experienced. And the thing about experience, you can do certain things that are illegal without people knowing about it. Like when he beat Felix Trinidad and he snatched the O from Felix Trinidad and they stopped that fight in the 12th round. He beat Felix Trinidad for pillar the post, but he did that while fouling him, right? It was illegal to a lot of the shit he done. Okay? So, yeah, if Tyson Fury tampered with some gloves, that means that Deontay Wilder's team should have picked up on it. They didn't pick up on it, so what? That shows the inexperience of that. You know, if they were there, if they did something like that, it should have been picked up. However, I'll tell you this. If Deontay Wilder's team, if they were smart, whoever he brings in, because he may bring somebody in, because remember, you got George Foreman, you got Joe Goosen, you have these guys that are candidates to train Wilder. And they know what's going on, right? Just like Team Joshua knew of the headbutts in the first fight. That's why they brought in a referee. It was like, no, none of that shit. Don't headbutt. And Andy Ruiz, he tried that. He tried that a couple times out of what? Frustration. So is he a clean fighter? I don't think he's a perfect fighter. No. But I do think that people they have little tricks. They do little tricks. You know, like they'll hit you low when the referee's over here, and they will attack your left hip or hit you in the left part of your hip or your inner abdomen area. You know what I mean? To slow you down. You can't. It's a tender area there. You can't get hit below like that. But that's experience of these fighters. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly. Scance rants. Counterpunch to you. The commission should have picked up on it. Isn't that the commission's job? Yes, it's the commission's job. However, let's look at this real honest and truthfully, Scance rants. It's always the commission's job. But do they always get everything right? Why do you think I said it was the other corner? It was Wilder's corner. Why do you think I said that? Because look at Margarito. Antonio Margarito, I think he was cheating for a long time. Did the commission catch Margarito putting that fucking inswell in those wraps? Did they catch him? No. Who caught him? Hasim Richardson caught him because he said, something ain't right about them wraps. Unwrap them. And when they started unwrapping that shit, the inswell fell out. That plaster that they put on. That's why I said what I'm saying. It's up to the team. They have to be more experienced enough to look to see what the commissions miss. Because they missed it. Like they missed the Cotto, they sure as hell did. There's no way his wraps look like that without those gloves. It looked like something was swollen and it was cracked, almost like a cast. He could have killed Miguel Cotto. Did you see Miguel Cotto's face? Come on, people. So yes, it's the commission's job. It is. You're right, Scance Rants. But at the end of the day, your corner's supposed to be experienced to catch up on the things that they miss. Okay, my point is just because the commission in the room doesn't mean Fury wasn't cheating. I understand that. But what I'm saying is it's up to your team to know, hey, let me see this. Watch it carefully. Because I'm sure as hell knowing that Tyson Fury's team went over to Deontay Wilder and they watched them like a hawk. You have to watch the other opponent, what they do, how they place those gauges. Is it illegal? Is it legal? Is it illegal? Okay? There's a lot of ways that you can cheat. A lot of them. And they're supposed to pick up on it. And if they can't, he needs another team. He needs a whole new corner. Okay? I don't know what's next for Fury. Lee Murray, Kurt, do you think AJ would smash Fury? He could. And you know what? Look, that's another conversation. But based on, a lot of people say sparring ain't fighting. Look, you fight how you spar. You fight how you train. The same habits. If you practice those habits while you're training, you're going to practice them in the ring. Bottom line. That's why fighters know. That's why a lot of, remember Fury? He didn't even allow anybody from Showtime, Fox or ESPN to see him sparring at all. And it paid off because he didn't want them showing the tactics they were working on. He didn't want no one to see any of that. And it paid off. Okay. I'm out. Gonna go watch Wilder get smashed again. Come on, number 3. Kelvin Kilgore, counterpunch to you. Randy, leader. LDBC are racist, but when illegal things happen and discovered, then there should be a long term ban, which effectively put into fighters. Randy, I agree on that. See, just because a person thinks a certain way don't mean they're false. I just want something tangible. This is the first time that they're coming up with something tangible. So what I'm saying is the LDBC may be racist, but you can't add something that's tangible onto something that's not concrete with what they're complaining. They're using this to say, hey, we found out that he tampered with something a long time ago that has nothing to do with Deontay Wilder. No matter of fact, why are we even talking about Wilder? Wilder is not even the case. You know why? Because they're trying to compare and trying to attach and reference that to Wilder. Because they're trying to say, if he'll cheat before, he can cheat now. That's what they're saying. Now the LDBC will bore us with this crap. Yes, that's their job. Their job is to give you doubt that Tyson Fury is a clean fighter. They want to paint you that reality of something that they know is imaginary because they're delusional, because they're thinking in a racist form of mind. Some of these people really believe that. You know, but racism is a spirit. It'll have you thinking a certain way you shouldn't even be thinking at all. You shouldn't even be thinking about, oh man, the black dude's supposed to beat the white dude just because it normally happens. You know, just like Larry Merchant. He's a racist. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Why, Larry? Why are you enjoying every minute of this guy? Deontay Wilder's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You're American. Why are you praising Tyson Fury? He's from England. Because he's white. That's fucked up. Right? That's fucked up. I call it like I see it, people. Let's get 200 likes on the chat. It's 285 people on the chat. Let's get 285 likes. The last American hope. It's not the last American hope. We got other fighters that's coming up. I know Kalnaki, I think he'll claim Poland, but he got knocked out too, right? Do you think Tyson Fury will come out pissed because of the Wilder fans and people still downplaying his victory? No, but this is something I want to talk to you guys about. And I want you guys to listen to me very carefully. What happened the last time UCAD became involved in Tyson Fury's career? I mean, what happened? Tyson Fury got discouraged. Tyson Fury got depressed. Tyson Fury continued to down spiral with his life, professionally and personally, in all type of other ways. Right? In every kind of way, spiritually. If this is a tactic, I'm not saying it is. If this is a tactic from the LDBC, this might be legitimate. But even if it is, whatever they are, right? The Liar's Den Boxing Commission or boxing community. These guys will use this to their advantage. And we don't really know a person like Tyson Fury, right? The UCAD already made Eric Molina stop training. They didn't even want him to spar in his own country. He's American too, in case we noticed. You forgot. So if they tell Tyson Fury he can't even spar, he can't even do this, there is a temptation or a good chance that Tyson Fury can go right back into where he was once imprisoned to. Okay? If the mental illness is real, if he thought he wanted to kill himself, this is not cool for Tyson Fury. See, here's the thing. I might not be a Deontay Wilder fan, But I did not want to see Deontay Wilder hurt or any kind of situation where his health is at risk. Tyson Fury is in a situation where this could possibly happen. So if people don't even like or don't even care for the livelihood of Tyson Fury's mental state, because a person that has mental issues, come on, it's real, people. Alexis Arguello, right? Great champion. Had mental health issues. What happened to Alexis Arguello? Let's get real on this. He killed himself. Okay, that's a real deal. That's nothing to play with. So if these guys are trying to sabotage Tyson Fury because they don't like because he beat Deontay Wilder and they're making all this stuff up, they don't know how strong he is mentally. They don't know how that affects him. It affected him last time. What makes you think it's going to affect him? It won't affect him this time. Okay, this could happen. This is real. And I'm ashamed of people like Blue Blood Sports TV, because this guy is supposed to be suffering with mental illness. So he could be the poster child of saying, hey, this happened years ago, but one thing we don't want to do is affect Tyson Fury's mental illness, because I know what that's like personally. You know what I mean? So screw what color you are. Screw all that. What are you going through? What's your trial? What's your tribulation? What's happening in your life? If that happened to Blue Blood Sports TV, and we all know it happened to Tyson Fury, okay, that could happen again. This is probably worse. And it happened the same way. He beat Klitschko, then all this other stuff came rolling in, right? And then what happened to Tyson Fury? I thought about killing myself. I wanted to die every day. I had a lot of demons in my spirit and all this, that, and the other. Okay, that could happen again, and people act like this is a game. Oh, yeah, it could happen. Yeah, Tyson Fury, he tampered with whatever. He lied to a farmer 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Who cares? Okay, how does that affect his accomplishments of the present? You know what I mean? It doesn't. But what could happen? The past could come back and haunt him, and the past could bring him back to past time situations in his life that could cause him to inflict pain to himself. And that is not cool. Okay? And that's real. Yeah, boxing events could stop because of coronavirus. Absolutely. So none of that shit may matter anyway. You know? New media, fake media. I call new media reach media. That's what I call Kevon. That's what I call new media. They're reach media. Investigators. Cheating, he hopes. You know? Murder, she hopes. No. Cheating, they hope. But you can't do any of that. Fury is a better fighter. Yes, he's a better fighter. That's why he won. And he knew there is the shell, the reputation of Deontay Wilder of being a tough guy was only so far. Okay, they knew that. They knew, well, hey, this guy isn't tough as he seemed. I cracked him in the 12th round, in the 9th round. I hurt him. I know I hurt him. Tyson Fury only knew that. And that's what happened. But don't worry. See, here's the thing. If these guys will not admit that Tyson Fury beat, outboxed, outworked, and dropped Deontay Wilder twice. If they won't admit that, they will never admit that. But what they can do, they can stop the possibility of Tyson Fury fighting them again. Look, this shit is a lot deeper than what people realize, okay? Why do you think they didn't want Deontay Wilder, or they were praising Deontay Wilder for not taking the money from Anthony Joshua? Why? Because once Anthony Joshua fights Deontay Wilder and he beats him, what would they talk about at that point? You'd run out of material. Anthony Joshua, breaking news. Anthony Joshua knocks out Deontay Wilder, 4th round KO. They can't talk about that. Oh no, they don't want that. They seen that ass whooping Tyson Fury gave Deontay Wilder. Do you think these guys want to see that again? Because they know, look, none of us are stupid. Okay? Seeing is believing. Okay? And they knew, oh man, Tyson kicking his ass. He's really putting it to. He's having a go with Deontay Wilder. He's getting battered, right? They saw that. They don't want to see that again. So what do? Tyson Fury was cheating. He was on drugs. Hey, he cheated 5 years ago. Therefore, he can't fight. Oh my God, it's an 8-year ban. It's an 8-year ban. So guess what? If it's an 8-year ban, will we see that again? Can we see Tyson Fury if he gets banned? Now you got your answer, people. Now you have what people want. Those people know that their guy can't beat Fury. They seen that ass whooping and they don't want no more of it. They don't want no part of it. So they know, hey, I know, let's make up so much shit. Let's create shit. Let's make it up. Let's make it up. Okay. Oh, a farmer said that he cheated 5 years ago. Let's roll with that too. Oh, that was to spin Fury. We can get that belt back. That's what they want. But see, little do they realize that if they do that, Tyson Fury will still be what? Undefeated. You know what I mean? So it would always be somebody that, hey, man, he beat Wilder. He outboxed Wilder. They drawed. He knocked Wilder out. But then he's a cheat. He's a cheat. So if they can't beat that man, what do? Assassinate his character. Right? You think this is new to Tyson Fury? He's been there before, but does that make him stronger? It could be, hopefully, let's hope this happens for Fury. Let's hope that he's seen this before and this makes him stronger, and what didn't kill him before made him stronger. Let's hope for that, because that sure as hell is what's happening in this situation. Okay? That's what's happening. Do I think age 20, 35? Do I think Wilder has a chance in the third fight? I give Wilder just as much chance as I would give Felix Trinidad fighting Bernard Hopkins a second time. And that's slim to none. Wilder he does have a good punch. But I think at this point, Tyson Fury, I don't think people, look. I don't think Tyson Fury will lose the third fight, because he knows. He created the blueprint. Okay? And if he didn't create it, he followed it from wherever it was created from. And he knew, take it to Deontay Wilder, get in the inside, fight him mid-range, right? Punch on the inside. He doesn't have an inside game. Get your shots off, wrap him up, lock him up. Break, complete, and repeat the process. He won't have a problem beating Wilder again. Wilder has to learn offense. But even his punch, if you look at Wilder even throws his left hook like he's throwing a damn, you know what I mean? He doesn't even throw it. He doesn't even turn it over. He kind of just slings it. That shows you that he has no form. I don't know if it's because he started boxing late and nobody worked on his form or whatever. But he has no inside game. I don't see him doing anything different. You know, what I will say is, if Wilder was going to beat Fury, it would be from knockout. But then Wilder can take that punch now. I think now Wilder's messed up in the mind, because Wilder knows, I hit this man. He's reflecting. He's reflecting on that fight, and he's like, man, I hit this man in the first round. Remember, Wilder ain't a slow fighter. He has some good hand speed. That right hand he works on constantly. It came rather fast. And he caught Fury. And when he caught Fury, Fury turned with it and kept coming. Right? You didn't see any stumble or, that he was severely hurt. No. So that might be the problem with Wilder. I think maybe in the fight, when Wilder landed that punch, he thought it was going to do the same thing it did to Ortiz, like it did to Dominic Brazil, like it did to Ortiz again. But even Ortiz in the first fight took a lot of those shots and got right back up. So maybe what Tyson Fury said was the truth. Maybe Deontay Wilder's, he has heavy hands, but he doesn't have that type of punching power that a lot of people give him credit for. But who's giving him credit for that? Right? I know he has God-gifted strength, but who has really promoted that idea of him having knockout power? The LDBC, the people that support him, right? Joe Rogan and Brandon Schraub and all these cats, right? But it's marketable, which is cool. You're supposed to market a guy that can hit like a mother. So could David Lemieux, right? But he's been beat many times at this point. From someone that knows how to box, that someone knows how to fight and punch and maneuver themselves around that power, that can deal with that power. Well, I mean, I know he has power, but it might not be the power that people think, because if it was that harsh, if it was that crucial, it would have been one of those situations where they would have been out and stayed out. Even Dominique Breazeale, he got hit hard. Luis Ortiz got hit hard. They just didn't beat the count. But guess what? Luis Ortiz almost made that count. And I think the problem was everybody thought that count was real fast, right? I don't think the count was fast. I just think that the referee saw the fighter getting up. And I feel as a referee, if you see a fighter that is getting up and making the effort to get up, you have to see his condition when he gets up. Is he stumbling? Is he struggling very hard to get up? Or is he getting up on his own and he's making an effort to get up and his legs are maybe shaky, but we can see how they are when he gets up? Okay, so yeah, he has a point. And I think Fury knows how to take those punches and they don't bother him like people think. Right? Just like everybody thought Luis Ortiz was the boogeyman. Just like everybody thought, oh, Wilder hit you with that right hand, it's over with. But the promotions were effective because people believed it. And I believed it. Because you had me saying, oh man, Wilder hit you with that right hand, good night. Yeah, he can hit you hard enough to keep you down for 8 or 9 seconds. But will he knock you out cold? He doesn't knock everybody out like Arthur Spilka people. Okay? So, mind you, again, you cannot only rely on your power, because there's certain people that are gifted with the spirit of endurance. Okay? They're durable. They can take that punch. They have the Julio Cesar Chavez chin, right? And Tyson Fury had it that night. And guess what? He didn't need PEDs to withstand that punch, did he? He didn't fail any tests. All right? Try something else. So if you guys, here's my thing. If people are looking for Tyson Fury to cheat, and they're looking for reasons, shouldn't it be one legitimate reason? Why are you going from one reason to the next reason, to the next reason, to these different possibilities of this guy doing something foul or foul play, when in fact you could have been that person that, hey, okay, I believe this happened. But no, these guys are, oh no, okay, this didn't happen. Oh, okay, everybody's cleared. Okay, no, it was the gloves now. Let's believe that now. You know what I mean? Well, damn, make up your mind. Did he or not? Did he have loaded gloves or was he on drugs? And they were hoping it would be something like Jarrell Miller. They were. What's up, Kurt? How's things? Fury probably took the punch because he's seen it coming. Yeah, he's seen it coming. He knows how it's thrown. I think, honestly, he went with it, but that wasn't the only punch that Wilder landed like that. And look, fair credit to Wilder, though, because Wilder landed that punch early, if you guys remember. If you acknowledge, it took Wilder a long time to land that right. He didn't land that right hand until the 9th round in the first fight. He landed it in the first round in the second. So you got to give Wilder credit for that, because he was able to adjust and able to get that one weapon that he has, that he knows, that he believes in. Speak it, believe it, receive it. If I speak it and I know those guys, I can believe that I hit him with that punch, they're going to receive that punch and it's going to knock them out. Right? So you got to give him credit because he was able to make the adjustments to punch and land over that right jab of Fury. He did that. The only problem is it wasn't effective like he thought it was going to be. But I think that's a lesson, and it should be a lesson to Wilder and his team. You can't rely on that alone. Okay? But again, what we're talking about has nothing to do with the Wilder Fury rematch. What we're talking about is what could affect the third fight. Shane Sue said it best. If a fight can't be won, don't fight it. So if the LDBC is convinced that Tyson Fury, because they can't prove that they're going to roll with the glove story, right? But they know they could be wrong. They know that shit's been debunked. So since it's debunked, what do? Don't let our champion go back in there with Tyson Fury again. Let's roll with these other things. Anything to get Tyson Fury out of the picture without even beating him. We don't care if he's beat. Right? We'll kill it. We'll assassinate his character. We'll beat his character down because we can't beat the man. We got to beat everything. We have to beat the story or the narrative about the man. Let's say it's character assassination, man. That's all it is. Yeah, he's facing an 8-year ban. That's what he's doing. That's what's happening. And it's sad, you know. The history is now the history. Pie May, kind of punch to you. It's crazy. Like, you guys are that desperate to bring up something or to roll or to be so satisfied and happy and excited about something that happened 5 years ago. Let's do this. And I'm going to wrap this up. And let me give you guys a perfect picture. And this is for the Wilder fans. These are the people that's looking at this shit, hitting the dislike button. Let me ask you this. What if Deontay Wilder, something happened with Deontay and somebody said that they found that Deontay Wilder failed a drug test before the first Stavern fight? Was that in 2015? 5 years ago, right? Let's say that happened. What does that have to do? And Deontay Wilder won and he knocked out Tyson Fury and all this stuff came up. Okay. What happens then? What are you going to say to something that happened 5 years ago? Okay, he failed a test that they missed, obviously, but they're reopening it because someone's saying that one of Deontay Wilder's team paid him to lie that the test was negative and it was really positive, and this guy all of a sudden can't hold it because it's hurting his conscience. Oh, but also they offered him some money and he didn't get. Come on, man. What would have happened if we turned this around? It would still be the same shit. And I would still say the same thing. Yo, that happened 5 years ago. Why are we messing with Deontay Wilder now? You know what I mean? Now everybody's going to get, he shouldn't have done that. It would make no sense. People are reaching. They should stop reaching. If you're boxing fans, be a boxing fan. Stop looking at race to motivate your hate, because that's all it is. You know what I mean? I like Andre Ward because Andre Ward is black and white, and he counterpunched, what's his name? Barbershop Conversations, because Barbershop used Andre Ward when it fit, when it was convenient for him to use Andre Ward, because he was fighting the Russian Kovalev. And Kovalev, yeah, he's on some racist shit too, you know. But Andre Ward didn't even say nothing racist. He just said something that didn't follow and fit the guidelines and then agree with the rest of that community. And that community crucified him, including Barbershop Conversation. So when he saw Barbershop Conversation, he had to call him out. You know? Absolutely, Jim Brown. That's what I do. But it is what it is. It's a problem with people are looking for excuses and they can't even find legitimate excuses. So now they see some news and some dirt. They're rolling with the dirt, you know, and they're using that because they don't have anything else. What would be a great narrative for Tyson Fury is the fact that if he popped dirty, that would justify his punching power. The way Deontay Wilder was dangling all around that ring with them weak ass legs of his, for whatever reason, he just didn't train because he don't believe in training and nobody made him train, and that's a problem. And if he has that problem, he should look back at his team. Despite his team doing what he tells them to do, he should fire every one of them. Why? Because they didn't make him do what he's supposed to do. But then again, he is a grown-ass man. So who's going to make a grown-ass man do his job? I can only say, hey, man, you need to do this. But I think they got to a point where they didn't make him do nothing. So the lack of integrity lies on his team, okay? Instead of himself. But he should have enough respect for the sport to want to train properly. And that is what they say that. But anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for coming on the chat. Leave your comments below. Of course, please subscribe. What do we have here? Yeah, JD's needs to go. Yeah, I'm with you, PC Jacob. But everybody on the chat, you guys been counterpunched. We will regroup as time permits. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.